the founding members of BrickTherapy present
Brickocalpyse.
What's up, everyone? What's happening? What's new? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of BrickTherapy's Brickocalpyse, episode 4, with our special guest, Polaration Motion. How you guys all doing?
Living the dream, or nightmare, whatever you want to call it. It's one or the other, depending on what type of person you are.
Yeah.
But yeah. I see we got the ghost, Mr. Carsten Bricks is back.
Hey, yep, Carsten, how you doing?
Is that what he's doing?
Does he not have any volume? We lost Mike.
Yep.
Okay. And I thought I was the silent one around here.
Yeah. How are you doing, Silent? I see you're replanting some cacti.
Yes, that's right. I'm actually doing all right at the moment. Things are still challenging, but
yeah,
I hope that there's light at the end of the tunnel.
It's not peyote, is it?
Oh no. I don't think it is. No, these are some cactuses I rescued from my studio. I'm actually moving out of it.
Nice. Well, not nice that you're losing your studio, but nice that you're rescuing the plants.
Oh yeah.
So
Yep.
I see that Carsten's mic is like off.
Yeah.
You want to try to hit that on and see if we can get some volume here?
He just unmuted himself. You there, Carsten? Can you hear us?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
We can finally hear the ghost. We finally hear the ghost.
Yeah. Oh, I just made it change. Now you should be able to hear me.
Yeah, Carsten the friendly ghost.
Yeah.
Now, I keep on telling people this, and they're not that much money, but I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. You see these things right here? They're called open ear buds, okay? I don't care what you stream on. They block out noise. They go on your ear like glasses, and they don't evade your ear hole, so you can still hear your environment around you.
Yeah.
But
yeah, they look pretty good.
My mic works pretty good on this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So like, instead of buying all that fancy equipment that everybody thinks, oh, I gotta buy the best mic and all this stuff like this, I have been told that I sound clearer with this, and they always ask me what mics I'm using. I'm like,
okay,
they're in my ears.
Oh,
So like,
how much are these?
I paid for the Amazon day. They were $40, but I got them for $20.
Oh, that's pretty good, especially for the mic quality. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's always the thing with like either Bluetooth earbuds or in general earbuds. The mic quality with many, even the more expensive ones, is often pretty subpar. Let's just say.
Well, I can't have anything in my ear to block out the noise that's around here because I got to be careful, right? Like, but
yeah,
they're comfortable. It's like wearing a pair of glasses, right? That's what it is.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. See, we have Mac Builds Bricks in the chat. How you doing?
Mac.
Oh, and the Lego Master. Hello. Fill in Bricks. And Carsten's typing in the chat as well. That's all I see.
Fill in Bricks.
How are you guys doing today? How are you doing today? Good. I hope we're all doing good.
He's going to be missing someone though.
Max says hello. Miss Alexandra.
Did anybody post that we were doing this right now in BrickTherapy?
No, I woke up just before I got in here, so.
I forgot to, and I don't have another thing to do it on, so someone else has got to go post it.
I'll do it. 1 second.
All right.
Okay.
Excellent.
But no, I didn't even see Alexandra this morning, and I was like, okay, maybe she's just not feeling good. Usually I see her in a few streams in the morning, but.
Yes. And just to the folks watching, we are streaming live on all 4 channels.
That's right.
5, aren't we? Are we streaming on 5 channels?
Yeah, 5, including my Twitch, yeah.
Well, what about P-Motion? Doesn't he have his streaming?
No.
Oh, okay.
I told him he can if he wanted to, but...
Subway, what's up?
Subway,
What's up,
dude,
Subway?
you know, I think it's the perfect time to bring out our guest, don't you think so, or...
Well, are we going to go through what each and every one what he does and what BrickTherapy is all about? Got that little part.
Pretty sure everyone knows all that. We don't need to, like.
Well, in case they do, they do watch this later on any of our streams. BrickTherapy is a group that we all started to have a peaceful, calm place where content creators and followers and friends can all come and hang out and communicate with each other. And also, if you're having a bad day, we also lend an ear. We're not professionals. I have to always say that we are not professionals. If you actually need professional help, make sure you go and seek that. So let's get the show on the road, JDP. You're the man. Hit the button.
And here is our special guest, Polaration Motion.
Come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
Hello there.
Hello.
What's up, everyone?
there.
What's up, Polaration?
Oh, I thought we were on Mac's channel for a second there. I thought we were listening to Obi-Wan saying hello there. What's up, Emotion?
I'm doing fantastically. It's good to be here.
Yeah. Good to have you on again.
Yeah, great to have you.
So I'm really impressed with all the work that I've seen that you've done for JDP. You're a very talented man.
Yep.
Thank you. I try my best.
Now, I got a question. When you try your best, are you like me and think, oh, I wish I could do better, or oh, it should be better?
Well, yeah, it can always be better, but I think, as of what I'm doing right now, it's pretty good. But yeah, there's always room to improve. Always some stuff I can do better, and with enough time and enough dedication, I'm sure we'll get there.
That's a very good
That's a
answer.
good answer.
Very good answer.
See, we got Jay's Edit in the chat and Hoarder66. How's it going, guys?
Hello, folks.
Order Jay, what's up?
All right, so I'm going to jump in and just ask for those who aren't familiar with Polaration Motion, aka the Motion Man, maybe let us know a little bit about yourself.
Well, I used to have a YouTube channel where I used to post stop motions. Don't do it anymore. I've run out of time, but someday I'd like to come back to it. I mostly nowadays watch you guys' streams, hang out here, hang in Discord, and I do a lot of sticker designs for Jordan City.
And not only that, you're also a talented mock builder.
Oh yeah, I also do mocks, and I'm pretty good with studio.
Excellent.
I do a lot of stuff.
I can attest to that.
Yeah, he's good with studio.
I guess the motion part of your name comes from the stop motion then.
Yeah, that was originally when I tried to do this thing for like stop motion and then Polar for like Polaroid type thing.
Okay.
Nice.
We got
Alexandra.
There she is.
Hey, Alexandria.
Hello.
Owen's going to be doing a 6-hour live stream after this. Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
Good luck, my friend. Good luck.
I was tough the other day when I did it.
I was just thinking about this actually the other day. Like in September, I will do a little bit of a marathon build session, and I'm thinking about streaming this. So it would be like a very long stream over the day where the cam is just running, and I pop in, build for maybe an hour or two, pop out, eat something, do something else, then pop in again and build something. Like, what do you guys think about that?
Oh yeah.
I like that idea.
Because
Yeah.
there will be some kind of like final stretch where I have to get things done and where I have to like still work on some stuff because some of the MOCs are still not finished for the convention. So I will have some building to do.
Okay.
Nice.
That's a good idea. So the model you're planning to build is for a convention.
Yes, I mean I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things for the convention, 9 things for the convention, and
wow.
out of those there is 1, 2, 3 are finished. The rest is like between 60 and 80% finished.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that will tie in
Sounds like a lot.
nicely.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right.
There goes Never Too Old.
yeah, I was just
Yeah.
about to say. I think he wanted to say something,
It's
but
like
then he
who
was just
disappeared, but boop. Okay. Yeah, Polaration. Do you mind if I show off some of the stickers that you've designed?
Yep, sure. I try and comment a bit on it and try and lay out my thought process.
Cool. I've already got some of the ones I printed out here, so I figured that would be just a little bit easier.
Ooh, nice.
Alrighty,
Couple-
so for the ones on the left, I guess it is, for example, the JDP motor cars and the Jordan Sean motors were meant for like sponsor type things for the mall. Those I actually did without Jordan asking me to do them. I just thought it would be very funny to do. Then we have the Silveria Mall sign under there. I used a lot of geometric shapes and letters to make like those, to make them fit together. I'm still not entirely 100% happy with them. We might still need 1 or 2 revisions on that, but it's pretty good. Then we got some like general warning signs, some recycling signs on the side, and yeah.
Seriously, those are amazing. Like I might come up to you and ask you about a few stickers for my convention box later.
Sure, why not?
That's really good.
And of course, we got this one here.
Yeah, that was the original one.
Okay.
Nice.
It looks very good quality, I will say.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the designs are great quality. My printer just sucks.
I'm gonna have to send you one for JDP. Said he's gonna try to create a tattoo shop for me, and I already told him. I said I've always wanted to open one up in a mall. Like that was my dream, to open up a tattoo shop in a mall. So he's gonna put it in his mall, but it's gonna need a sticker that says Freakenstein, because that was my tattoo shop name. And then I got a little logo. It's different from all of my other logos. It's just like this, like mixture of the devil and Frankenstein together, but it's a cartoon character. So I'm gonna have to send you that, because he's gonna need a label for that, right?
Okay.
Might be a little bit complicated, but
horribly procrastinating. Like everyone keeps giving me stuff to do and I don't do it, and it just keeps piling up and up. And every time I talk with Jordan, I'm like, I'm sorry, I've not done anything at all since the last time we talked.
well, I'm not putting a rush order on it. It hasn't even been made yet, so you're all good. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
Eventually down the line.
Yeah.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
As you said earlier, I do a lot of stuff and there's not a lot of room for any of them.
Yeah. Got a couple more here.
Hi, Owen.
What's up, Jace?
Yeah,
So we
that's
got
where I
like a
did
movie
like
post.
a sticker dump where I had those 3 stickers lying around and just never sent them for some reason. This I can tell some backstory about the yellow one. That one, yeah, it's meant to go into the department because I just thought it was funny because no one ever seemed to get my name correctly on their first try. Eventually they get it, sometimes with more or less time. Jordan with 1 year, but it's quite funny. So Jordan actually called me Polaration Motion for like a year and I never had the heart to tell him that he was wrong until one day, like Britain Bricks stepped up and told him, Jordan, you've been saying it wrong all this time. And those are all examples of
Oh dear.
things I've been called instead of Polaration.
Okay, so anybody that's listening to this later on, just remember, if you got a channel's name that people are, it's going to be really hard for people to pronounce. Maybe you think about doing something simpler. Because I'm the same way, right? Like, honestly, I screw up so many people's names. I'm like, I'm just going to call you because, like, I see at the last of the like, there's iPad that's in there, right? So I just call them iPad because I do not know how to say the first part of their name. I don't know where where everything connects and how you're supposed to pronounce it. So I just say, "Hey, iPad," you know.
Yeah, it's also funny. I've been given like some shorter names like the Motion Man, or I've been called PM before. It's all good. I really don't care much.
Well,
As long as I know you're addressing me, it's good.
Well, for me, I knew it was Polaration Motion, but I just was like, "Oh my god, that's a tongue twister." So I'm like, "You're P Motion." I'm not typing all that.
Yeah.
I was going to say something about nicknames as well. I think it's I think it's quite flattering if, for example, if you don't know how to pronounce somebody's name, if you give them a different name to refer them by, I think that can be quite endearing.
That's a good
Yes.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing for me with I can't say it for the life of me. No.
Brickocalpyse.
There's too many.
Yes, and, you know, but like I had this vision in my mind of like the four of us being the four horsemen taking over, what should have been what it was supposed to be in the first place, and just getting things in order. And you know, the first thing that came to my mind was the brick apocalypse, and then Mr. Silent came up with the actual name, and I was like, I like it, I'm going with it. But we've been spelling it wrong for the last little while. That's my bad for being dyslexic. I'm sorry, I apologize, but we got it fixed now. Except for the background here, it's still spelled wrong.
I was
But that's
just
okay.
about to say this.
But it's okay. We will get it fixed. I will send JDP another picture with it fixed, and then he can put the flames around it again. But like, you know, and I just thought it was something like out there and cool, and that's what I went with. And I was like, okay, let's just do this, because my main concern is that it had to have something to do with Lego, and I didn't want to use Lego and bricks work, right? So
yeah, I just think it would be way easier if it was Brick Apocalypse, like with an A instead of an O.
I get you.
Yeah. Because I'm expecting to be a P between like the K and the A. Somewhere in there it should be a P, but there's.
But it's Brickocalpyse.
Yeah, it still makes sense if you. Yeah. But initially, I thought as well. I was like, this. But then I thought about it for a second. I was like, okay, it's like an even shorter version. Like it still makes sense. It's still like the word brick combined with apocalypse. It still makes sense.
Yeah.
It's all good.
You know what though? It's meant to be chaotic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, hell, you guys got me on here.
So we got Frankenfrog in the chat. How you doing, Frog?
What's up, Frankenfrog?
Owen said,
What's that?
Hello, Owen. Oh, and I think Alexandria said hello to me. So
Yes. Hello, Alexandria.
What a darling.
Max says, be careful if you struggle with that. You could end up as a thumbnail for a stream which you never gave permission for.
Yes.
Oh, I've been there. I was right there with you, Mac. I was just in the corner. You couldn't see me, but I was there, and like my face is showing, and I'm like, I don't even take pictures of myself and put it on Facebook. What the hell is my face doing up?
I might need context for that one. What happened?
It was a mistake on his part. He put the wrong.
We'll tell you after this stream.
Yeah, let's not worry about that. No.
Yeah.
Like if you would have said I want to use your phase, I would have been like, what for?
Yeah.
And if there was a good reason, then I'd be like, okay, but surprised, like going to support a stream and I see my face, I'm like, what?
You know, we should be talking about Polaration. Let's get back
Sorry.
to the subject.
All right. I got a question. Polaration. What does does Brickotherapy, does that have a meaning to you, like specifically?
So for me, BrickTherapy is like, and in the first place, it's like a cool Discord server where everyone hangs out and posts their stuff, which is good because before we didn't really have like a place where we all were together. Before it was like 20 different servers where no one posted anything.
That's true.
So now we have one place where everyone actually does stuff. So I think that's quite cool. I check it daily. Other than that, it has helped me to make some great friends like you guys here, and just overall connect with the community.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And no, I did not rehearse these answers. These are all improv.
Yeah, that is true. Nothing here is rehearsed. It's all
He's
just
got this great big script going, and we're like, and he's going, oh, they answered, they said this question, I'll go look at this one. So when did you get into Lego? When did you actually get into doing Lego?
I think, very young, probably like about 10 years ago, and I've been collecting ever since, and it's been like a big cornerstone of my life. So I've been really grateful to get into Lego and not anything else.
So is it therapeutic for you, or is it just like something you're just passionate about for another reason? Like for me, everybody knows it's therapeutic for distraction of where I live, and it's also therapeutic for the nerve damage in my hands.
Well, mostly for me, it's the fun factor. I enjoyed a lot playing with it. Today, mostly building, doing MOCs and all of that stuff. It's like one of my biggest hobbies. So it's a great way to spend your time and spend your free time.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
Off screen time for especially.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you're doing studio, but that's also okay sometimes. So.
So I take it I'm the only one that doesn't play with Legos unless I'm on stream, right? But let's be fair, you guys got mountains of Legos. I got an anthill.
That's fair. Oh, that's fair. Let's see. We got PvP equals Santa in the chat. How you doing? I don't know.
And someone told me I think his name is Piece by Piece.
If it's Piece by Piece, hey, how you doing? Piece by Piece.
So I'm not sure if it's the same Piece by Piece that all follows us, but I guess that's what it stands for. So
it could be like, look how many of our followers constantly change their names. Like
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, it's constant.
Yeah.
So
question to Polaration: have you built any MOCs, any new MOCs recently?
No, not really. I've been really busy lately. I am thinking right now. I don't think I've built anything recently, but I have been thinking a lot about joining the mock of the month, maybe, and beating everyone else at it. No, I'm kidding. I've been cooking something up to try and get into mock of the month.
Ooh, that sounds spicy.
All right.
Definitely.
I did have an idea, but I forgot it actually. I think I'm gonna have to think about it again.
Yeah, no worries. We definitely need more people posting in mock of the month.
I was just about to say, last month we had one submission, so I was like, by the end of the month, I was like, oh, it's already July, and then I looked at it and I was like, oh, well, but we only had one submission this month. It's not really.
Yeah, I thought about joining that month too, but I didn't end up making it because I just didn't have the time. But I was like, before anyone actually posted, I was like, could I win Mock of the Month by technicality? Because no one else showed up, I win. Let's go.
That's not a bad strategy.
Yep.
That's great strategy in my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Race. No one else is there. No one else shows up. You win.
So I believe
This
Mark
goes
has
out.
a strategy.
Sorry.
I was going to say, before we started the stream, Mr. Polaration Motion said, as long as we don't ask him personal questions. So that made me think of a personal question. Because I'm evil that way. But was it because you didn't want us to ask you, did a date go wrong because you took them to play Lego?
No, I just don't like.
I'm just joking, man. I'm just joking.
Oh, there was a date?
No, I'm just joking. I was just
No, there wasn't a date.
no personal question.
He's just making everything up.
Yeah. You never know, right? Like, because like when I first got into this, I tried doing a segment called doing Legos with strangers, and I literally sat outside for hours asking people, "You want to do some Lego with me? You want to do some Lego?" They looked at me like I was the strangest person in the world, or they would say, "Oh, I just don't have the time right now."
See, you're doing it wrong. You've got to be in a tactical team also to make that work.
Yeah.
So this goes out to the chat. If anyone in the chat has a question for Polaration Motion, let's keep it like, Lego based. Feel free to ask and I'll bring it up because Mac Builds Bricks has one.
Yes.
Polaration Motion. I'm going to be building my first mock soon using 2 set 31120. Any advice on me going into it? And I got it. I got the setup here.
Yeah, I pulled it up as well. I saw the question earlier.
Which is, it's going to be 2 of the 3-in-1 castles, which is
All
really
right.
nice. I have one of
So
these.
for me, when I build mocks, I usually just go with the flow. Just start with anything that you like. Usually have a rough idea in mind, and then I usually just spread out all the pieces. I don't sort them because sort them kills all kind of creativity. I just like taking the pieces that I just happen to find, and I'm like, I find new solutions to problems that I have just by like exactly like stepping on the piece or like finding it just by like looking at the mess of pieces, because usually you don't think about those weird pieces that you don't really use, but sometimes it's like, oh, that actually might perfectly fit into this hole or make this connection possible that I have right here.
That is such great
Yeah.
advice. Actually. It's a unique building style though, with like not sorting and stuff like that. But I like that.
Yeah, no, I
really
don't
like
sort. Absolutely, I admire you guys for doing the sorting stream, but I need the mess for the creativity.
See, when I see a
That's
set
totally
like that, my first instinct is always, oh, it's got to be a pub. If I'm going to make something out of it, it's got to be a pub. I'm not even a drinker, but I just find that no matter where you are in time, excitement and adventure is going to be in the pub, especially if it's medieval stuff, right? Like you got the mercenaries stopping in, you got guards in there, you got the normal folk, and it's just a good time, Well, except for when they start pulling out the swords and killing everybody, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, like a tavern or something. Yeah.
Exactly.
Or medieval stuff. I definitely want to do medieval stuff soon again. I haven't done anything like that in years.
But Lego seems to have abandoned the medieval theme in recent times, just because because they hate money, I guess. But then they charge 160 for the new turbo tank. I don't know on.
Quick sidestep there.
Yeah. Quickly little like dodge at Lego.
I'm kind of scared at what a few of you guys have sent me about the Soundwave one. I just keep thinking it's going to be like over $200 Canadian.
Probably.
Of course. Yeah. My bet is $350 Canadian.
You think?
Yeah.
Looks like I'm going to have to go and outside with a sign saying, I'm a broke ass. Can you buy me plastic bricks?
Go get a loan at the bank.
I need a Soundwave, guys.
Max says Horse Knight's Castle coming out next month. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
And Hoarder66 says Amazon I just pulled up, got 3 funhole sets delivered. And
Ooh.
Phil and Bricks, you can find an Irish pub no matter where you go around the world.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
And Max says also, thanks for the great answer.
You're welcome, Mac.
So I got a question for you. Since Halloween is probably the next kind of big deal holiday that's coming up soon, right? Are you going to do a Halloween mock?
Not last year, but the year before that, I did a zombie stormtrooper stop motion, which did fairly well on my channel. But
Nice.
maybe I might do something. Yeah, sure, why not?
Anybody else in the panel or in chat doing anything for Halloween builds? I know it's a little early, but I think about Halloween every day.
I wanted to do one last year actually, but I didn't have the pieces. Well, that changed a little bit. So now maybe this year I'm gonna do one because I
what
got
do you mean
these.
you don't have any pieces? Look at your screen. What?
Because now I have these leaves, so I can do something that's autumn themed as well with like everything.
Nice.
So
Of
that
course.
works.
All of those pieces and the missing ingredient were those leaves exactly. Without those leaves, no shot in a million.
No, but
years.
I didn't have any of these pieces about 6 months ago. So, so
All right. So, as somebody who straddles both Lego and 3D printing, I came to realize that you have to plan in advance with these things.
oh yeah.
So,
Oh yeah.
in terms of Halloween, I have a series of figures, basic figures representing different Halloween characters, and I'm thinking of adding a couple more to the list. Those are 3D printed figures, but in terms of a Lego creation, I haven't thought of anything yet. Welcome to take on any ideas if anyone has some.
See, I always thought this would be cool, and I've talked to some creators that have a lot of stuff on Bricklink, or not Bricklink. What's the other one there? The one Rebrickable. Yeah, that's it. About could you do like a Dracula bust, and then when you open up his chest, inside is like a little mini diorama of Dracula's castle, or like a mummy, and like the pyramids are inside, or the werewolf, and it's like the woods with the moon, and like so on and so forth, like Frankenstein, and there's like a windmill on fire inside or something. You know what I mean? Like anything like that. I always thought those things would be cool, and they're like, oh man, that's way too much to take on.
It took me way too long to realize that you didn't say vampire bus. I was like, what are you talking about? What is a vampire bus?
Well, like a Dracula, like it would be a bust of Dracula, but you'd be able to open it up. Yeah.
Like a bus, but I thought like the thing you drive around and you pick up people at the bus station.
Yeah, that's an idea. That's a good one.
Well, at least he wasn't thinking boobies.
Oh,
I'm that bitter.
there's an idea. Perhaps a school bus with all kinds of scary creatures in it.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what you could do? You could do this. So in Jeepers Creepers 2, they were on a bus.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. By the way, I can talk some stuff about my stop motion work if Jordan wants to pull it up.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I think like in our community, like our little corner, there's not a lot of stop motion happening.
No.
It's because it's so hard, man.
Why do you think I stopped doing it?
Hey, Philip. And
Phil.
do you want me to bring it up on your
Hey,
YouTube
Philip.
channel?
Yeah, you can just show my YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see some of these stop motions, and whoever hasn't seen them, they can check it out and go subscribe to his channel.
Oh,
Let's
I
first
just
go-
I already had it ready.
Shorts.
All right.
So Jordan, if you can click on the Shorts tab, that would be
Yep.
great. There we go. So those are the custom Lego Star Wars figure stop motions that I used to do. And as you can see from the views, they did pretty good. They didn't do horribly. They did pretty good.
No. Yeah,
So
they did really
Now
good.
Okay.
the
we
basic
can play one, right? Like we can play one. I'd like to see that one because I don't think I caught that one with the zombie Halloween
There's
one that you did 2 years ago.
music in there, so you just have to mute it. There's some copyrighted music. Other than that, you're good.
So this one?
Yeah.
Yep. My bad. I was looking for the.
And we're getting copyright claimed. Before we ruined it.
There goes the
I was looking for the mute button, but I couldn't find it.
It's up there next to the play
top
button.
Top left corner. Left.
Oh,
Yep,
second.
left.
duh.
It's not very
There
intuitive.
you go. Alright, so basically I showed off the figure, what it does, how you build it, just some movement in general. And then usually in the comments, I put the parts you need. So yeah,
What's
for that
that
one,
headpiece? That headpiece?
that is Zombie Captain America from the Marvel CMF.
No way. Okay.
And that's, I think, Doc Brown's hair from
Yeah.
regular Stormtrooper, and then it's again Captain America's legs.
I'm just gonna say, just
Nice.
it's just like that now.
So yeah, I used to do those. They were a lot of fun. And you can see my little, like, the thing that I always do is the white base plate. Almost all of these have a white base plate, which is just like, yeah, what I do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So my process basically was I picked out what I wanted to build and made mostly a character from like a TV series that was going on, like Ahsoka, Moon Knight, or Hawkeye, or whatever, or like a legacy character that people wanted to see, like, I can't remember, like 99. I did 99 once.
Is that an Imperial Guard?
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, those were my transition shorts. I did 2 of those. Those were basically, you can play one of those. Yeah, it's still muted. So basically I did like these stop motion transitions. That was still very early.
That's nice.
Nice.
I would
Is it?
say this is still better than probably 80% of stop motion on YouTube about Lego. So
Yeah. And
Well,
so the
it's
thing,
better than mine.
the thing is why I stopped doing those character building MOCs type thingies, the custom characters, is that I ran out of ideas. Because I stopped caring about Star Wars TV series, but that also came with the fact that I didn't have any new characters to make customs out of. And by the time I had maybe watched one of those series or one of those movies, there had already been 50 million customs. So it didn't really make any more sense to do my own.
have you thought about doing like longer format stop motion? I
I
know it
did.
takes a very long time, but maybe if you come up with a specific story that inspires you, maybe you have enough energy to also follow through with it.
I'm way ahead of you, Carsten. Jordan, if
Okay.
you would go to my video tab, please.
Yep.
Yeah, when I did that car one, it was like 2,000 pictures already, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And then when I played it, it was like 7 seconds. I was like, "What?"
Those those first 2 videos that you can see, those are just like basic tests. The first one's a pretty cool
Yeah.
fight scene, but those last 2 are actually where I really put my all into them. Those were the Battle
Alright.
of Eat. That was part 1 and 2. Part 3 is still in the making. In the
Uh-huh.
making since 2 years. That's not important. There have been some hiccups during production. I've started 3 times. I'm still thinking about how I'm going to end it. You can just play part 2. It's the better one.
Okay.
But yeah, there shouldn't. Yeah, okay, you can play it. There's maybe some copyrighted sound effects, but other than that, we should be good. So yeah, this was basically like the clone battle. Some pretty cool action.
Nice.
Yeah, the shoot, the way the shot is reflecting from the shield is actually pretty cool.
Give it everything you've got.
That is actually pretty good.
Really good.
So yeah, that's what I used to do.
Well, that's better than that stuff that I seen Disney do. Sorry, I had to put it out there. Okay, so I got a question.
Oh, good.
Where's the thumb? You gotta have at least one picture with a thumb in there. I do. Every stop motion I've done, there's one picture that's got the thumb in there. You
That's
know?
usually the thumbnail. That's why it's probably called the thumbnail.
Yeah, usually I have my phone on a brick build stand, so I don't risk having any thumbs in there. I use a lot of sticky tack to put up the figures.
Yeah, I was told that after making the video. Don't you have a stand for your phone? I'm like, yeah, I got it on a tripod. They're like, no, man, you got to get in real close because like I've been taking the pictures far away and then like zooming in, right? You know, so that I got what I need. And they're like, that's not how you do it, dude. And I'm like, okay.
It depends, right? It depends. I mean, if you have a wide shot or something where you want to show a little bit of a larger surface, then of course you need that.
Yeah.
The issue is, Carsten, the more you show, the more you have to build and the less mistakes you can allow yourself to make. Because if I don't set a minifigure up correctly and it just so happens to be out of screen, that's good. But if I shoot like a really big fight scene and there's 100 characters, there's gonna be a mess up somehow. So the closer you are, the less likely you are to make a mistake. So that's why I always like 2 characters, maybe 1 or 2 things in the environment. That's why I chose Ecornate because it's a planet I made up, but it just so happens to be a barren wasteland of nothingness, and I get away with it.
When you make these animations, or when you made these animations, did you have a storyboard, or did you more or less freestyle?
For the first 2, I freestyled it. The second one actually wasn't meant to be part 2. I just had the sword guy being pretty cool, and I thought like, yeah, I could work with that. For part 3, I did start a storyboard. That's also 2 years old at this point. And they're not finished, but one day I'll get back to it. I'll shadow drop the Battle of Ecornate. It's going to be so hype. It's going to get 1 million views and everyone's going to be happy. But that's for the far future. But yeah, I did really enjoy doing those stop motion builds, and I still really enjoy doing them, and I might get back to them at some point.
Nice. Yes.
Don't call me on that. Don't quote me on that.
Fingers crossed for you.
Yeah.
One more interesting thing about my channel we can show is a third part, the community tab.
Okay.
Because I did actually make original content there, and nobody ever saw it.
Oh no.
It still says in my YouTube bio, very optimistically, community posts every other day. So those are not good. But you can scroll down. I did used to do Lego photography as well.
Nice.
I mean, every other day is a very vague description, so you could say that you're still right with that.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of other days. Yeah, there's a lot of streams I've shared and stuff. But yeah, there should be some more photography at some point beneath all those ads and whatever. Oh yeah, that's a mug I built long ago. I still have that one.
So what do you guys think about the community changing where now anybody can post in there as well?
I like this since they beta tested this. Is it now out of beta?
I think so, but you know, it's exactly what I wanted them to do in the first place, except for the one thing that I think that they still need to add is an open live chat that's always open for your subscribers to talk in.
Oh yeah.
That's the only thing that I think that's missing from it. Like, other than that, I thought that was awesome because I'm like, yes, now people that don't actually stream or make videos, they can now share with the community that they know and talk to, that they're friends with, that they can post some of the pictures of what they've done. I was like, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Good point. Yeah. No, I really like the feature.
Yeah. To come to Phil and Brick's question of what's software I use. I'm ahead of you, Jordan. You can just read out, no problem.
Philbrick says, at Polaration Motion, have you ever used the Stopmotion Studio app, or do you use something different?
I actually had to look it up. It's still on my phone. I use Stopmotion Studio, which is just the basic stop motion app. There's a paid version. You don't need the paid version. Stopmotion, I think it's cool because it's basically free. If you have 2 figures and like a camera, you can do it. You still probably need some lights. Those are not very cheap, but they're also not expensive. So you can just set it up to have some fun. And it takes a lot of time. So you need like a lot of time.
So like 2 years ago, I tried stop motion for the first time, but I did it with Transformers. Now, to me, I think that was a lot easier than doing it with Lego, because for the Transformers, I could lay the toy down and I can move the piece little by little to transform it, right? Yeah. But do like actual motion, like to get the car to spin and do a burnout, that was hard. Like, honestly, like I had to really think about how to do it. And what I ended up doing it is actually doing that part backwards. And then once I had the footage, I reversed it so it wasn't backwards, because I found it so much harder trying to get the guy to jump into the car than actually getting him to jump out when I was wanting him to jump in the car, you know what I mean? So I just reversed that whole scene. And it worked out perfect. And I was like, man, I wish someone would have told me to do this a long time ago.
Yeah, I think with, like, you did the Lego Transformers 2, right? Or am I misremembering this?
Yeah, I do like the Transformers too. If there's something Transformers that's any type of Lego brand, I'll end up getting it eventually. But, no, I'm talking about an actual Transformer transformation. Oh my God. That was like simple as pie. Like, and then when I got to the Lego part, and like I had to start using sticky tack and, you know, all the shadows that of my body and hands in the background. I was like, damn it.
That's why you get stop motion lights, so that doesn't happen.
Well, again, where were y'all when I was doing it to tell me? Nowhere in sight.
I didn't tell anyone.
I was just trying shit.
Don't wear black when you're doing stop motion, because if you have any black bricks or white bricks, you will end up reflecting your black shirt onto the bricks.
Oh no.
Oh.
Okay, so pro tip, be naked when you do stop motion. Just
Maybe not that far, because if you have like a reflective piece in there, you might end up being in trouble.
The black will show the pink, so don't stay away from that. No, I was just joking anyways.
Yeah. And we got the Learning Tree, Richard Martin, Shazam in the chat. How you doing, bud? It's been a while. All right, take it easy, Owen. He's going
Owen.
now. Okay, I got a quick question for Polaration.
Sure.
What's your favorite Lego set that you have in your current collection?
All right. I know the answer, but I think I've said it enough times that you should know the answer too.
Yeah.
Let's see if he knows. I want to know if JDP actually knows.
No. This was a question for Polaration, not for me.
But he switched it around on you.
I didn't see no Uno reverse card.
I get to do that once. I get to like reflect the question once a stream. No, I'm kidding. All right, my favorite set is number. I didn't look up the number. Hold up. We're just gonna pretend that this didn't happen. Anyways, it's the solo train set, the one with like the
Oh yes,
the magnetic train, and it's set number. Why does this take so long? 75217. And it's my favorite set. It has great minifigures, great play features. It's just a great look. I love it.
Hold on, which number again?
I think Jordan, can you put it?
75217. Yeah, I just did.
Yeah, there we go. Amazing. 10 out of 10.
And what's this one from?
Solo is
It's from-
Solo.
Yeah.
And basically, those the train cart can fit some minifigures. There's a really big area where you can put minifigures in the second cart. There's those 2 amazing range trooper figures, a really cool gunner. Also, can you get a close up on those minifigures?
Yeah, yep. Oops, wrong button there.
Now I'm wondering, 2018, what was the MSRP on this? Especially compared to...
Just zoom in, I guess. Just click on the picture. Does that work? No, it doesn't work.
If I click on the picture, it'll just take me straight to Lego.
Anyways, for anyone that's gonna see it later, those troopers actually have shoulder pads that are actually made out of I can't think of the word. Hold up.
Rubber?
No, not rubber. It's not rubber. That's the cool part.
Oh, fabric?
Yeah, fabric.
Oh, yeah. Fabric.
Fabric. Yeah, they have fabric like neck pillows, I guess, and I think that's just really neat.
Yeah.
I think I have
So-
one in black.
I wonder if anybody is going to take a few of these sets and make the train from the book of Boba Fett with the
Well,
pikes.
Someone actually did buy a lot of those sets and then build like a really long train, because the solo train also have multiple carts, and it's also actually upside down. So this is half of the train. There's supposed to be the rails in between, and then the other half of the train underneath.
Classic Lego.
And someone did
Well,
that.
I don't know if you guys remember in Book of Boba Fett, the Sand People and Boba Fett hijacked that Pike's train, and I thought that train was sick on the sand. Like it didn't have no rails. It was just like this really cool ass train. I was like, I want to ride that.
Yeah, sure, you can do that. If you have, like, as Max says, $1 million, you can probably build that train out of those sets.
Well, with inflation, we're talking trillions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and with your made-up Canada money, probably more than that.
That's why I said trillions. Hey, you guys laugh now, but you watch 5 years from now, Canada dollar is going to be the national security for our currency for the whole world.
Your dollar literally has a transparent part in it. That's like Unity type stuff.
I was looking at the US dollar the other day, and I was like, wait, I know it dropped a little bit, but this much? It dropped to, I think, 85 compared to the euro, and usually it's like in the 90s. So that's
so you know, I hate to say this, but like our government's signing contracts for the biggest stores that the United States has. They want to leave. It's ridiculous.
yeah,
Like we're signing contracts left and right for trades. Like everybody in Canada thought, oh, we're going to be doing horrible, but for trade, we're actually succeeding and making more money now. So thank you, Mr. Hare.
Yeah, I'm probably the least qualified person to talk about any of that. You can go to Carsten for any of those.
Polaration, do you have any questions for us?
Any questions for you guys? None that wouldn't completely derail this entire thing.
Oh, so he's got the personal questions for us, but we can't ask him personal questions. I see how it is. No, I'm just joking.
We're good. We'll keep it. We'll keep it this way.
Yeah.
Oh, I was all ready to answer something. I know Siler's ready. He's got those one-liners like just programmed in him.
No, it's like Roger Rabbit though, only when it's funny.
See? Right there.
All right. So we discussed this earlier about the mock of the month, and since there really wasn't too many entries for last month, but we are giving it to someone, so we are acknowledging someone. I don't know what I said.
Oh my goodness.
Porter. Okay. So
I didn't read that. What did it say?
I don't always make
get to
stop
read.
motions, but when I do it in the nude.
Blue motion.
Okay, so the mock of the month. So let's see. We all agreed it is for those who don't know, in BrickTherapy, every month there's like people. There's like a whole tab called Mock of the Month. It's right below General Mocks. You post in there your mock that you've done that you want to like submit for Mock of the Month, and then at the end we decide who wins and we acknowledge them. Right now it's just like bragging rights. Hopefully sometime in the future, like maybe we could like hand out like a Lego gift card or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in the future. Like right now it's just bragging rights. So last month was Lego Buildo with his great Plebisaur, and he does have it a link. Okay, go away. There we go. A link set up to Lego Idea, so and I will post that link too. So. That's very loud.
Whoa, that was very loud. I was just about to say.
I apologize. That's loud. That's louder than I thought it was.
You need to pay
I was
attention to the
expecting a
Mock of the Month.
Corvette with some hot chick on the hood there for a second. That just like scared the crap out of me. Brought me back to the 80s.
I think I need to re-edit that and turn down the volume.
See, we woke up back.
Exactly.
So I do apologize for that. I didn't realize how loud that was. But here is Lego Buildo's the Great Plebisaur. I hope I pronounced that right. I don't know how to pronounce dinosaur names half the time. But see, there's the creator, Lego Buildo. He is in BrickTherapy with us. And this is a very cool design. I know he's posted like plenty of photos of it over the time.
Nice. This is
So, like,
indeed a great mock.
It
It's
is.
the title.
And if you guys don't know, this will be featured in the next Avatar movie. This is a new thing. They went blue, then green, so now the next color is orange.
Well, that's actually such a great idea for the squid to use these square-ish eye pieces, the tiles. See?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have not thought about using them there, but that's exactly where they look really, really good.
Yeah.
All right. So how well is this ideas project doing at the moment?
It voting hasn't even started yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's technically first.
Yeah.
Gosh, ideas has changed so much since I last used it.
Oh yeah.
Can you actually
See, it's
still
got a
hear
total
me?
of 1,880 pieces, measures at 26.3 wide, 56.8 long, and 23.7 height.
The model is great.
It
The
is.
thing that I could see though is that it has too many pieces. So it would be too expensive for the target audience, kind of like if you would optimize it a little bit, I think it would do fantastic.
Okay, when you
Oh,
say
yeah.
too many pieces, do you mean too detailed or too many?
No,
pieces?
just too many pieces used in spots where he can use maybe one instead of two pieces
Okay.
or something like that. So it's like more of an optimization thing, I think, rather than like changing anything visually too much.
But then let's.
So what the CEO of Lego is saying, he wants to put in thicker, bigger bricks where there's more than when he used 2 or 3, so that he can sell the thing for more money. I'm just joking.
No, but that's exactly the point. That's exactly the point I tried to make. Actually,
Yeah.
I think the piece count is a little too high for the price that this would go at, which would off-put some potential buyers for this. Because I think it's a very great model. I just think it would need to have 1,200, 1,300 pieces instead of 1,800 to do well.
Let's not forget though that Lego would ultimately redesign this to
Yes,
fit the price points.
That is true. Yes.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
Lego,
a good thing.
Like a lot of.
I was just going to say it's a good thing, and that they're actually going to work and do something.
I mean, the original creator only gets, I think, was it 5% or 1% of the profit?
1%.
I think 1%.
Well, last I heard, 1%.
Yeah. Which that's
Not a
Yeah.
lot.
not a lot, to say it lightly.
No, it's for how much Lego Ideas sets sell for these days, it's maybe £1 a set, £2 a set. So it can
Yeah.
add up, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if the set sells 1,000,000 times, don't mind if I do, but it's still not great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, but if usually no, hold on, $1 a set, is that true?
Do they even make 1,000,000 sets of something besides maybe polybags, though?
No.
Not that
Most
many,
of
no.
the time in the thousands, to tens of thousands, to
Yeah.
maybe 100,000 or 200,000.
Like I was told that even the first Millennium Falcon, they only made 10,000 of them the first run. So I know they'll make another run if it sells out and stuff like that. But I heard they start low
I
to
think
see
Yeah.
if it sells, right?
Nowadays, I think they start with way higher numbers in general. Like I think especially City and stuff like that in Star Wars, they make huge quantities of the sets.
Yeah.
But back in the day, yeah, they certainly had more of a
Mm-hmm.
initial
Yeah.
look at it and see if it goes or not.
Well, there's one thing I like that Hasbro did, and they sometimes do this, and they do like, it's not a GoFundMe, but it's like, let's see how many people would buy this and
Yeah, that's
put
what
their
they do with
deposit.
BrickLink. That's what they do with BrickLink, where
Yeah.
they basically have like a certain a number of sets, and then they say this is it, and then they gauge if this minimum number is reached, and then they produce it. If it's not reached, it's not produced.
Yeah.
But usually the finalists, they never had a finalist that didn't get produced, from what I've heard. So
See, that's a good idea in my opinion, because like, let's say you put it up and you got a month time and it sells out in like the first few days, that means like maybe I should up the number.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So you have plenty of time to tweak it, which I think is a good strategy, because then the money is already paid for and you can use that accordingly to make the dies that if you need dies, or to produce an extra piece that's rare and new to the set and stuff like that. I think that's a great strategy.
So the thing is, with BrickLink, they never use new pieces. They never produce new pieces. They use existing pieces, minifigures, and I think they only do stickers, custom stickers, but I'm not too sure. But with the Lego Ideas series, they do recolors at least. I don't know if they do new pieces, but they do recolors.
Well, even then, you'd still have to either use an old mold that it might be worn out, or make a new one. So the money's already there, though. That's what I like.
Yeah.
So they have no excuse, right?
Yeah, if I remember, for the ship in a bottle idea sets, they the big curved transparent pieces, they had to they didn't have the mold for that one, so they had to find the last two existing examples they had. I guess they made a mold of that.
That's funny.
Oh, nice.
That's the story I heard anyway. But it wouldn't surprise me if they did start introducing new bespoke pieces for idea sets.
I think they can spend the 1 or 2 cents it takes to make a new piece when they're making an idea
Exactly.
set.
For
That's-
them, it's pennies. For them, it's pennies.
Yeah, like I read that article that they use a lot of recycled plastic now, and I was like, are you kidding me? I know how much a ton of recycled plastic is and how many bricks you can get, and you're charging this much for a brick?
We can charge more and make more money, and the margin goes up. Isn't that great?
And you can
Yeah, but as soon as-
environmentally friendly all over the place.
Yeah, but do you guys remember back in the day when it was recycled, it had a huge discount because it was recycled, and now because it says recycled, it's like, we're going to add $10 to that. It's like, what?
Back in the day, are you talking about the 2000s?
No.
Back in the day for me.
Hey, he's talking about the 90s.
Yeah, definitely in the 90s, because everything that said recycled was like at a discount because it was made from recycled things. Now you put the recycled symbol on and it's like, oh, it's special now because it's recycled. And I'm just thinking, it's still junk. That's my product. You made my product out of junk, and now I got to pay more because you got the recycle sign on it. Because you got to remember, back then they didn't really have that recycle sign. They just had the word recycled product,
Yeah.
like on the box or whatever. But now that recycle sign is like its own thing. Now you got to pay for that thing as well. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah. Well, let's see. We got Robert Hillary here in the chat. And Hoarder says, I'd rather see the solo train on the side of a mountain, the sideways track. Someone needs to build that.
Same.
And yeah, we're past an hour here. And does anyone have any final thoughts here?
Well, let's just do the wrap up and get P Motion to tell everybody what he's up to and what he's going to be doing in the next month or so, or week, or whatever he wants to do, and then we'll just go through the line. Because I think this was a pretty good show. Again, we killed it, guys. We killed it again.
So yeah, I'll be chilling. I'll be hanging out in you guys' streams. I'll be living my best life, building Legos, doing art, finally getting to those commissions I've been asked to do at some point. SilentMode commissioned me too. I'll get to that at some point too. So yeah, nothing's gonna really change. I'll keep supporting you, and let's do this.
Sounds good. Let's go next. Silent, Carsten, never too old.
I nominate Carsten.
Well, I have a few MOCs coming up that I will post soon. I can maybe show you a sneak peek. It's not that stable though. I have to be careful with it when I lift it up. One second. Oh, the frame is. Hold on, I'm just gonna take the frame off.
I
That's
have
not
to be
attached
careful.
yet.
Immediately break this.
But this is the mountain MOC that my girlfriend and I built.
Okay.
So,
Nice. I was
Really
really cool.
yeah. And yeah, we have a little bit of a frame around it that actually covers up this weirdly colored 90s brick plate thing here. So yeah, but pictures coming up for that.
That's
so
nice.
Stay tuned.
That looks really good.
Wow.
Thank you. And yeah, besides that, we'll look forward to maybe start finishing some of the MOCs that I still have. Again, some are finished now. Like I redid my apartment MOC actually, so now it's a little bit cleaner. And I have cutouts in the side, so you can look in a little bit better.
Hey, can I stop you there for just 1 second? You guys know why it's cleaner, right?
What did you say?
I'm saying you guys know why it's cleaner, right?
I have
Because the girlfriend came in and said, "You got to clean this up. It's too sloppy." I'm just joking.
No, I did that myself.
I do think Carsten and his lovely new woman should do their own stream called Adam and Eve Builds.
Oh my god, that sounds very
with a fig leaf as an avatar.
Yeah. I quite enjoyed their live stream together. It was quite fun, and I got to talk to her in her own language. It was awesome.
Yes, there will definitely be some upcoming live streams together again. I just gotta figure out some tax stuff again because tax season is coming up, and I'm very, 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 very close to having an actual product of the software that I've been building on for 3 years. So that's also
congratulations.
Still, right now I'm testing actual stuff in the actual thing, and yeah, it's pretty exciting. So.
I feel bad for you though, bro. I feel bad for you, bro, because I feel like you've been talking about taxes for about 9 months now, and then you got to redo them again.
That's literally how it works in Germany. So yeah, unfortunately. but I'll be all right. I see the light at the end of the tunnel for everything that I've been working on for the past couple of years, so
Nice.
can't complain.
Excellent.
That's good. That's good. Okay. Anyone else next?
You want to go first, Silent, or you want me to go?
You can go first.
Okay, so I don't have too much going on except for I really want to get back to building, but you guys know I have some problems with my hands, but I did get another building, which I think I can do because it doesn't have any technique parts. So I think I might start that. But as you guys know, I will have my power wheelchair on the 18th. So that will be a life-changing thing for me. And I'm very excited about getting this because I've been waiting a very long time for some assistance for mobility. If you ever suffer from a mobility problem, even just for a little while, you know how frustrating it is where you can't just pick up and go. I will now have that option. So hopefully life will get a little bit better. And I might start doing Lego down at the riverfront. So
Nice.
that might be a new thing to start doing. So I'm pretty excited about that. Other than that, I'm doing the same old. I'm going to you guys' channels and supporting all you guys and all that good stuff. But that's about it.
Yeah, good luck with those things, because getting permits for anything is usually quite hard. So fingers crossed everything works out.
Right, Silence, now you gotta go.
Yeah,
I guess I gotta go now. All right, so funny enough, Tristan mentioned, or Carsten, he mentioned the light at the end of the tunnel, and I seem to be experiencing that now with everything that's gone on in the first half of the year. But the second half of the year is going to be focused on one big project, which I announced a while ago, and it is going to be a combination of a gumball machine and an advent calendar. So work has already started on that project, and I got to get it ready for the 1st of December. It's going to be a rather ambitious project, and I hope I have you guys' support. Other than that, I have resolved not to do any events for the rest of the year. Instead, I'm going to focus on tying up loose ends with other projects I've started, maybe introduce a few smaller ones. But it's going to be a very busy second half of the year, and I'm hoping that I can do it to the best of my ability. That's all I'm going to say.
Nice.
Sounds good.
And
Is the gumball machine combination inspired by the Lego and Fantasy gumball machines that came out?
You probably wouldn't believe me, but the idea came before the Lego version, but after the Fantasy version.
All right.
All right, let's sue Lego for stealing your idea.
yeah.
No, this is different. This is different.
Fair enough. So for me, I just got. I'm going to be working on the BrickTherapy logo design tomorrow, hopefully, if I don't sleep in again.
Ooh.
And then Saturday, I'm going to be finishing up the set I started last week, the E-Wing versus Shinhati's Starfighter. Sunday, I'm not going to be here. I'm going over to my mom's to build like a railing for their deck. And then Monday, I'll be working on the mountain again. Yeah.
All right.
That's what I got
All
going
right.
on for the next little bit.
That's cool.
So, yeah.
I can't wait to see that thing all built in that train running through that tunnel.
Right? I can't wait for it either, but I need more parts. So looking for Lego donations.
Oh, and
Anyway,
I did want to say one thing to all.
Yep.
You missed the beats with the headset. I didn't hear you mention any sponsorships or affiliate links.
for the headsets?
Yeah.
Oh, for the earless headbuds? Oh yeah, I don't have nothing for that. If I could, I would, because I hound these companies like crazy until they say, fine, here you go. it is possible. You don't have to be monetized. I tell people that all the time. You just got to be persistent. Keep showing your work. They'll eventually get it that you're hardworking, that you're going to promote them, all that kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. I think it's a good time to call it a day. So I want to thank everyone in the chat. There's been quite a few people there. You know, Owen, Mac, Philin, Miss Alexandra, Hoarder, Subway, Jay's Edits. Apologize if I miss anyone. 'Cause a lot of people do join. And a lot of people chat. I want to say thanks for joining. Want to join BrickTherapy? There's a link in the descriptions. Want to check out any of our channels? There's also links for that. Even a link for Mr. Polaration Motion's channel if you want to go watch some of his old videos. There's also a link for that in the description as well. Thanks for hanging out with us and stay safe out there.
Yeah, thanks for having me, everyone. Thanks for everyone who showed up. Thanks for being so kind.
Thanks for joining the community.
Yeah,
exactly. It was awesome catching up with you guys.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, Ghost. It's very nice to see you again. I'm gonna have to tell the wife we get at least 20 minutes a week with you. If she wants to join, it's all cool, but we at least get 20 minutes.
And make sure if you want to be part of the mock of the month in BrickTherapy, make sure you post it to your mocks there so we can, have fun with you guys too. So, all right,
awesome.
See you next time.
All right. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
In my head, I needed a way to build something real, to push back the gray. Then I found a spark scattered in the feed. 4 hands, 1 vision, planting the seed. Chaos tamed with colored stone. We weren't meant to build alone. Brick by brick, we break the silence. Wild hearts, calm minds, perfect defiance. From scattered pain to sculpted form, we build together through every storm. Never too old for Lego, chaotic drive. No rules, just fire keeps us alive. JDP Build, steady like a silent stream, crafting order from every dream. Carsten's bricks, pure creation, details sharp like incantation. SilentMode sees beyond the screen, a world unseen, sharp and clean. You think it's just toys, just play, but we build what words can't say. Support the many, lift the few. In every brick we find what's true.